For that developing story, we'll certainly make sure to give you more updates. And the Vatican has released detailed plans for Saturday's funeral of Pope Francis, whose death, aged 88, prompted an outpouring of grief among Catholics worldwide. Photos of the late pontiff in an open coffin, dressed in a red robe with the papal mitre on his head and a rosary in his hand, were also released by the Rome-based Catholic Church. As early as 2015, Pope Francis had expressed the desire to be buried in the Basilica of Santa Maria Maggiore, a 5th century church in Rome dedicated to the Blessed Virgin Mary. Mike Kagungu with that.
The Vatican has announced that the funeral of Pope Francis will be held on Saturday. Shortly after cardinals began a meeting to prepare the next steps, it was announced that the funeral ceremony will take place on Saturday at 10 a.m. All of the cardinals who were in Rome at the time were called to the conference to discuss the funeral plans and begin succession planning. The funeral ceremony will take place in front of St. Peter's Basilica, with the Dean of the College of Cardinals, Giovanni Battista Re, leading the service. The Pope's body will then be taken to the Basilica of St. Mary Major in Rome and laid to rest. As well as agreeing the timing of the funeral, the cardinals declared that the body of the pontiff will be taken to St. Peter's Basilica on Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. for public viewing. Francis' body is currently laid out in a coffin in the chapel of the Santa Marta residence, where he lived during his 12-year papacy. The Vatican said Francis died aged 88 on Monday following a stroke and cardiac arrest, bringing an end to a 12-year papacy defined by advocacy for the marginalized, and at the times clashes with traditionalist forces in the church. Mike Kagwango, TV 47, Nairobi.